Thanks for clicking on the video. Today, we're going to do a head-to-head on my 2000 watt power stations. We're going to see which one run the longest time before dying, and we're going to see the different features from each one a little bit. And that way, if you're in the market looking for a 2000 watt power station, from what I own, you can look at them and compare them a little bit. And I think you'll be surprised on the name brands and the, I guess you would call off brands a little bit cheaper ones, how much they're not really that different, but and prices. But what I have done, I have took a watt meter and I have tested every one of my 2000 watt power stations. I've hooked them to my 2 large refrigerators and my 2 large stand-up freezers. That way the test is totally equal, and you know, the time says it all. It gives you the time on here, and we're just going to talk about that. Like I said, this way it'll give you a little heads up, and then at the end of the video we're going to compare the OUPES MEGA-5 and the Oukitel P5000. They're roughly the same unit, just by different brands. We're going to see which one of them come out on top. So let's get into it. All right, we're going to get to the first one right here to review. This is the Oukitel P5001. I'm going to put on my specs because I'm blind. This is a 2000 watt hour unit, 2000 watt continuous, 4000 watt surge. The solar input is 12 volts on the low and 48 volts on the high. Solar input is 500 watts. LiFePO 4 batteries, 3,500 plus cycles, and it's a 10-year long before it drops to 80%. So you've got plenty of time on this, and in 10 years when it drops to 80%, it's still good. Just a short term of using is if it'll run your refrigerator for 10 hours now, after it drops to 80% in 10 years, it'll only run it for 8 hours. It don't mean you throw them away and they're no good. So just wanted to get that out of the way. That way we don't have to repeat it on every power station. But this does have UPS, uninterrupted power supply. That means you can plug this up to the wall, then plug your refrigerator up to this, go away for the weekend, the power goes off, this automatically kicks on and runs your refrigerator. Your refrigerator will never miss a beat. When the power comes back on, it'll switch back over to your grid power, and then your electric will charge this back up. So that's one good thing. Pass-through charging, that means you can use this running your refrigerator or laptops or phones or whatever, plus plug it up to the wall and charge it, or solar charging. So that way you can use it and charge at the same time. It's 48 pounds. It's got a 2-year warranty from the factory. It's on Amazon right now for $900. But I'm going to show you several of these models. They'll have different names on them and a different color, maybe different handles, but they're all the same manufacturer. Other companies just get them to put their name on it and they sell it as their own. But it's the same unit. But like I said, Amazon, $900. The FF Power in this brand, exact same thing, looks no different but the name. You can get it on sale right now for the Labor Day sale for $6.99, tax and shipping included. That's to your door, $6.99. Very good deal. But you've got your lighter port right here. You've got an XT60 output right there, 12 volt. Both of them are 12 volt. You've got your phone hookups. You've got a light on and off switch, your screen. Over here you have your 6 AC adapters, plug-ins, fans right here, fans over here. Right here is your input for your electric. That's where your cord goes, and your solar hookup right there. And fans up here again. 2 handles, a lid to put all your cords and stuff in. So these are nice little units. This was the first 2000 watt model I ever bought. I've got 2 of these. Love them to death. I've never had a problem out of them. But just to give you a quick look right here, they are nice units. Right here is all your info if you need it. But yeah, 48 pounds, that's not bad. It's manageable, but good units for the money. And again, you can buy the FF Power brand in this for $600 or $699, which to me is a great price, to be honest with you. When these first come out, I actually give $1,100 for one of mine. So just wanted to throw that out there. On the test for the 2 refrigerators and 2 freezers, this thing here done 5 hours and 12 minutes, which honestly is pretty good. And again, if you've got solar as you're running your refrigerators, you can just have this charging up as you use it. So we got that one out of the way. We'll move on to the next one. Now you're probably thinking, that's the same one. Well, it isn't. This here is the Pongo. This is QVC's model, same exact model. They've just had the company put Pongo on there. That's their name to sell on QVC. But it is literally the same machine. Nothing different at all. Again, a lighter shade of gray with a different name. Got the lid and your cords. But they are very good units. I love them. I mean, they're great. I've never had a problem. The Pongo PSN 2200, 2000 watt hour, 2200 watt continuous, 4000 watt surge, solar input 11.5 instead of just the 11, and 50 volt on the high end. Solar input again is 500 watts. This has a quick charge on the AC. It brings in 1100 watts, and it can be charged up, or any of these models, in about an hour and 45 minutes, maybe an hour and 50 minutes, but under 2 hours for sure from empty to full. LiFePO 4 batteries, 3,500 plus cycles to 80%. UPS function, again, I'm going to say it right now, any unit you get of any size, you want UPS, uninterrupted power supply, you want pass-through charging, and you want LiFePO 4 batteries. And it's the main 3 things you want to look for in a unit of any size. 48 pounds, pass-through charging. This thing on QVC cost $1,189, which now is too high, to be honest with you. It is. You can get other models cheaper. But again, get on FF Power stations, or ffpower.com. They sell multiple different models of power stations. And again, they're having their Labor Day sale for $6.99 to your door. So don't forget that. They give a 2-year warranty. And the time run on this was 6 hours and 22 minutes. Done a little bit better than the Oukitel. So we got that one covered. We'll move on to the next one. This here is the Eenour F2000. This is made by the same manufacturer who done the Pongo and the Oukitel. This is a newer version, so that's why it looks a little similar to the old one. But these are very good units, and the efficiency is very good. It's a 2048 watt hour, 2200 watt continuous, 4000 watt surge. The solar input is 12 volts on the low and 120 volts on the high, which is very good. 1000 watt solar intake. You can put 1000 watts on this on solar, and it'll just charge up very fast, let me tell you. AC input is 800 watts, which is still good. LiFePO 4 batteries, 3,500 plus cycles till it drops to 80%. It has a slow charge and a fast charge. The slow charge on solar is 600 watts, which is great, but you can bump it up to 1,800 watts on the solar intake, which is really great if you really want to charge it up very fast. I prefer slower because it's easier on your batteries in the long run, but in an emergency, there's nothing wrong with it at all. It's got a 5-year warranty, which is great. a lot of your companies now are going to a 4 and 5 year warranty. I forget the name of it, but there's a new one out. They actually got 7-year warranty. But a 5-year warranty to me, hey, that's great right there. UPS function, pass-through charging. It does have expansion batteries. I think you can go up to 4 extra batteries on this. You've got your AC plug-in. You've got your slow and fast charge button right there. You've got your solar input. That is your, like a fuse. Instead of a lightning strike hitting your panels or the house and frying this, it'll kick at. It's overload protection. I never can remember that name. That's that. Right here is where your expansion battery hooks up. And you can stack this on your expansion battery. And if you got more, you can do the expansion batteries. I'm pretty sure up to 4, and this sitting on top. And your cables just keep going down, you know. You got 2 handles. They've got the same feature with your cords. Again, this is the same manufacturer. Your 2 fans. Your face right here, your screen. On and off switch. 4 AC plugs. All of your phone DC. You got your DC over here, your lighter port. Then it's got an aviation style port right there. And then you got 2 5521 barrel plugs. Over here you got fans again. That right there is your 30 amp plug, but it is 120. It's like if you have an RV, you can plug it up to this. It won't run your air conditioner or nothing. Or if it does, it'll be a very short time. But it's mainly just to run your lights, your microwave, stuff like that. But your camper will plug up to it, but it's only 120 volt coming out. This is the back, all your information and serial number. Again, your fans, your battery expansion plug-in. But this has been a good unit. I have no complaints with it at all. The time on this one was 6 hours and 8 minutes. I think that's great for 2 full-size refrigerators, 1 being a double door, and 2 stand-up freezers, and 1 is a monster. So that is good. 6 hours and 8 minutes. We'll get on to the next one. This is the Dr. Prince. And again, this is the same manufacturer as the Oukitel and the Pongo. It's just a different color, different name. They've changed the lid on it. There's no cubby hole to hold your cables. And they've put your handles up more, a little bit taller, just to change the looks of it to make it their own. But these are great units again. The Dr. Prince, 1997 watt hours, 2200 watt continuous, 4000 watt surge. The solar input is 11.5 on the low end, 50 volts on the high end. The solar intake is 500 watts. The AC intake is 1100 watts. LiFePO 4 batteries, 3500 cycles plus to 10 years, 48 pounds, UPS function, pass-through, charging. On Amazon, I bought this when they first put it on a few weeks ago for $4.49, but they sold out. They put it back on a couple of days later. It went to $4.99. They sold out again, but I guess they're continuing it, or the company, Dr. Prince, is no longer going to, do this model. They're moving on to a newer model. I really don't know. I messaged them, and they told me that they're just not going to do this model no more. So that's really all the info I've got on it. But so far, it has worked great, and especially for what I got in at $4.49. Hands down, I'm so glad I bought it. I really am. The time on this one was 6 hours and 28 minutes. So it done better than the Eenour. So we'll move on to the next one. This is the Anker 767. They changed the name now. It's the F2000 Anker. 2048 watt hours. 2400 watt continuous. 3600 watt surge. Solar input is 32 volt on the low, 60 volt on the high. Solar intake is 1,000 watts of solar, which is great. 67 pounds. It does have expansion batteries if you want to grow it. It has a 30 amp right here, but it is just 120 volt again. LiFePO4 batteries, 3,000 cycles plus to 10 years. It does have a phone app to control it from your phone. UPS function, that's great. Pass-through charging. On the web, internet, like Amazon or their website, Anker's website, you can get this for $1,199 Labor Day sale. On Amazon, it's $1,999. And I don't think the warranty is as good. I'm not for sure on that. I forget. But I always recommend buying from the website of the company. You usually get a better deal and you usually get a better warranty. The warranty means a lot. This does have a 5-year warranty, which is great. It's got an extended telescopic handle. It's got wheels. You don't have to pick it up and move it around, really. You can just pull it like a piece of luggage. It has 2 lighter ports, your 30 amp, which is 120 again, and 4 AC plug-ins, plus your phone chargers, your screen, and again, it's app. And you on the back, you have an expansion battery port. It's too heavy to move around. I'm just going to be honest with you, on a little flimsy table. And your solar and electric hookups is in the back. But a great machine. The time on this one was 6 hours and 32 minutes. So we're getting better on the time. But yeah, you can't go wrong with Anker. I wish their voltage coming in from solar was a little better. It's just at 60 volts. But, you know, you can't have it all. But it is a good top quality power station. You can look into them. We'll get on to the next one. Here we have the Pecron E2000 LFP. 1920 watt hours. 2,000 watt continuous. 4,000 watt surge, which is very good. 48 pounds. Solar input, 32 volt on the low, 95 volt on the high. Solar, you can either charge it with 600 watts or 1,200 watts. 12 is the highest you can go. It's got 2 double chargers right here. You can hook in 2 different strings of solar panels, which is good. AC intake is 6 or 1,200 watts. LiFePO4 batteries to 3,500 plus cycles, 85%. Expansion battery, it does take an expansion battery. Your hookup is right there. You've got the 2 fuses right here. If they ever should pop, you can just replace them. You got 2 handles. You've got a phone charger on top. Your fans. You got 6 AC outlets. You've got all your little phone ports here. You've got a lighter port, 12 volt. Your little 5521 barrel ports right there. AC, DC button, your screen. And here's your solar and AC charging. Couple of fans on this side. Your info on the back. You've got nice little bumper corner guards on top and bottom. 2 rubber handles. They're hard plastic or maybe metal, but they've got rubber around them. They feel really good. These are very good units. I've actually ordered the expansion battery for this. It was on sale right now for the Labor Day sale. I grabbed it. I'm waiting on it still. But these are very good units and affordable. You can get this right here for right now $849, and that's shipped to your door, taxes and shipping included. They've got a 2-year warranty. The time on this one was 6 hours and 37 minutes. Getting better and better, I'll tell you. We'll move on to the next one. This here is the Bluetti AC200P. This is one of the, I ain't gonna say older models. They still make them. These are great units. They've come out with the AC200 Max. Now the newest one is the AC200L. But I'm gonna tell you, these are great little power stations right here. Love mine. I've got 4 of these. I'm telling you what, I've never had a problem with them, and I just love them. They charge fast. But it's a 2,000 watt hour, 2,000 watt continuous, 4,800 watt surge, 60 pounds. Solar input on the low is 35 volts. On the high is 150 volts. This takes in 700 watts solar. I'm telling you, they charge up fast compared to any other ones I've got. I don't know what it is about them, but they're just fast. AC input is 500 watts. LiFePO4 batteries to 3,500 plus cycles to 80%. These usually run $1,100, $1,099. They used to cost $1,399, but where they've got newer models, they've lowered the price. But I have seen these on sale for $999, everywhere. But they only do it at certain times. So yeah, right there, you might as well say $1,100. 4-year warranty. It's a 2+2, they call it. You buy it, you get 2 years warranty. And that's if you buy it off of their website. Because after you receive it, you go to their website, register it, your name, email, order number. They'll give you another 2 years, which they say 2+2. It's 4 years warranty. If you buy this off of Amazon or eBay, you just get the 2 years warranty and that's it. So just keep that in mind. That's why I like always going to the website of the manufacturer of the company. It does now have expansion batteries. Used to, they didn't. They just recently made it to where it can accept an expansion battery, and I forget the model, but they do have it on their website, and they can guide you to it if you're interested in one. It has pass-through charging and UPS function. This one here, it's got 2 phone chargers on top. You just lay your phones. You've got your screen, and it is touch screen. You can see right there. It's got all your 2 barrel ports, 5521. It's got your lighter port, 12 volt, and it's got a hookup right here. It's one of their, you have to get it from Bluetti. I've never fooled with it, don't need it. But you got your phone chargers right here, 6 AC outlets. You've got your fan on this side, your info here on the back, another fan, your solar and car charging port, and then you've got your AC port right here, and it does have an external brick that you have to plug up to it for AC. No big deal. But the little cord holder here I added, so don't expect that if you do buy one. But these are great units. This one here lasted, and this is the #1 for the 2,000 watt power stations that I own. This one here run both freezers and both fridges for 6 hours and 46 minutes before it shut off. That's great. And I use these almost, well, pretty much every day. Out of all of my units, these things here, I'll run my TV, freezers, fridges, run my washer, security system. I mean, all of it off of this. And then I'll hook up my solar. My solar just charges it through the day as I'm using it. I can plug this sucker up around 7 o'clock and hook the solar to it, plug up to all my stuff, and I don't turn this off till around 8 or 9 o'clock at night, because then I switch over to one of my 5,000 watt units or my 3,600 watt unit, and it'll run it through the night with no solar. And then in the morning, this one or another 2,000 watt, but a lot, it's this one, I'm not going to lie. I'll hook it right back up, run the solar, and run everything again. So literally through the day, the sun is just charging this, so it will run everything. You cannot go wrong with these, I'm telling you. But yeah, 6 hours and 46 minutes. If you're wanting a good power station, all of them, I recommend, I truly do. And another thing I was going to talk about, if you look, this right here, like I said, on a good day, let's call it $1,000 if you can find it on sale. If you look, your Oukitel that I showed you, my first one, it ran 5 hours and 19 minutes. So this just beat it by, what, a little over an hour, you know, hour and 20, 30 minutes, something like that. Like I said, you can get the Oukitel for $6.99, the FF Power model, literally just the name change. And it's up to you. You do get quality with these. But again, to you, is it worth that extra money to get an extra hour and a half out of a unit to run it, you know, your stuff through the storm, you know, whatever it may be, one refrigerator or two refrigerators or a TV, you know, a CPAP. I don't know what you got, what you plan on using these for, but I'm just showing you this one does last longer, but is it, you know, $500 longer? So that's up to you. And that's what I was trying to tell you, a name brand and not off name, but not as a well-known name. The cheaper brands do really just as good. Again, this one beat it by a little over an hour. Again, you justified, it's your money. You want to sink $500 more into this? I don't blame you. They're great. But then, hey, $500, that's another small power station or a bill paid. But again, that's up to you. But we'll get into it now about the MEGA-5 by OUPES. And we'll look at the Oukitel P5000 and see which one of them come out at the top. So on the right, we have the Oukitel P5000. It has 5120 watt hours, 2200 watt continuous, 4000 watt surge. The solar input is 12 volt on the low, 120 volt on the high, 1000 watt solar intake. That is 1800 watt on the fast charge and 600 watt on the slow charge. So you can pick one of the two. It's up to you. LiFePO4 batteries. They claimed a 5,000 plus to 70%, 10 years. Warranty is 3 years. It has UPS function up to 1400 watts. Then it'll kick off the UPS. Pass-through charging, 114 pounds. It has a 30 amp, but it's at 120 volt. Then you have 4 AC plug-ins. All of your phone chargers. You have aviation port and your lighter port, and 2 5521 barrel ports. It has a constant fan protection system. When the AC is on, the fans run continuously because of where it's so big and so many batteries, and then the heat, it keeps the fans on all the time to protect it. That way you don't have to worry about it getting too hot and frying something. That's something I've not seen in any other unit. On their website, this is $1,939. They have a coupon code there, and it brings it down to $19.39. On Amazon, you can get it for $17.60, but I believe it's a 1 or a 2 year warranty. You don't get the full 3 year. On the left, we have the OUPES MEGA-5, 5,040 watt hours, 4,000 watt continuous, 7,000 watt surge, 110 pounds. Solar input is 12 volt on the low, 150 volt on the high. It can bring in a total of 2,100 watts of solar. It has a 900 watt slow charge on the solar and an 1,800 watt on the fast charge. It has LiFePO4 batteries, 3,500 plus to 80%. It has UPS function, pass-through charging. It does have a B5 expansion battery, so you can get an expansion battery for this and double the size. It has a phone app. It has a 3 year warranty. It has a 30 amp plug, but again, it's at 120. Then it has 5 other AC 120 outlets, your DC phone chargers, 12-volt lighter port, 2 5521 barrel ports, and then it does have an Anderson outlet to like charge another unit, and then your phone chargers. The price on this is $2,000 on sale now for Labor Day, $2,549, which ain't bad because usually it's $3,000 regularly. And the differences in between these I seen, it claims more watt hours on the Oukitel. On your continuous, OUPES has it at 4,000 watts compared to the Oukitel at 2,200 watts. On the surge, OUPES has it again at the 7,000 watt surge, where the Oukitel has 4,000 watt surge. Your solar input, OUPES has it there because it takes in 150 volt, where the Oukitel takes in 120 volt. Max Solar is again for the OUPES at 2100, where the Oukitel is 1,000 watts. And the AC input, I do like that better on the Oukitel because you've got a fast and slow charge. It does on the OUPES too, but OUPES has got 900 watts slow to 1800 watts fast. On the Oukitel, it's 1800 watts fast, but goes down to 600 watts. And I like the lower because you don't put too much stress on the batteries. The LiFePO4, they're pretty much even on, except Oukitel claims 6,000 plus cycles at 70%, where OUPES is 3,500 plus to 80%. They're both 3 years warranty, so you're even there. The OUPES weighs 110, where the Oukitel weighs 114. Pass-through charging and UPS for both. They're both a 30 amp at 120 volt. Now we're going to get to the customer service. I have had customer service with both of these. I actually had a problem with my first OUPES. I had a problem with my first Oukitel. So I have dealt with both customer services. And I'm going to tell you, hands down, OUPES is second to none when it comes to customer service. I had absolutely no trouble from them. They were great. I couldn't ask for a better representative that I was talking to. Oukitel, on the other hand, it took me over 2 months just to get a return shipping label from them. To me, I felt like they kept trying to pacify you, but more or less not help you to get you to keep the unit. I'm just telling it from my perspective, from my experience. Others might have it totally reversed, but as far as customer service, Oukitel to me has the worst service I have ever seen from any power station company, hands down. OUPES has the top. They're up there. Them and Anker to me are sitting at the top. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Extra battery capability, you got to give it to the OUPES. Oukitel does not have one that I know of, and I've looked on their site. I still don't see one. And again, but for the price, I have to give it to the Oukitel because they're extremely cheaper. And, you know, hey, money is money. Again, Oukitel at $19.39, OUPES at $25.49, and both of them is on sale. But even at regular price, usually the Oukitel beats the OUPES. Again, that is up to you which way you want to go. Again, the constant fan, I give that to the Oukitel. The OUPES kicks on and off. I have no problem with it. I'm just telling you what it is. You know, Oukitel does have the constant fan. So, which one ran the longest on the 2 fridges and 2 refrigerators? It was on my watt meter, so we got it right down to the minute. So which one do you think won? Well, I'm going to tell you. The one that come out on top is the OUPES. It come out 24 minutes longer. Not a great big deal, but it did win. The OUPES ran for 16 hours and 33 minutes. The Oukitel ran for 16 hours and 9 minutes. So a difference of 24 minutes. So it's whatever fan you are, OUPES, Oukitel, it's really how much money you want to spend. And again, you're looking at customer service, because down the road that might really factor in. Honestly, I love both of them. They both run great. I love the looks of the Oukitel. I love the screen where it is in an angle. You can stand there and look straight down at it and see it. You don't have to squat down to look at the, like you do the OUPES. But again, they have the same features as far as your 30 amp, your AC plug-ins. You can't argue with none of that. It's all the same. They both have telescopic handles and wheels. You can pull them around. They're not much difference weight. The Oukitel weighs 4 more pounds. Big deal. They both got handles. I mean, literally, it's apples to apples, basically. It really is. Because 24 minutes is not that big of a deal. But again, if you want to get picky, the Oukitel kills it on the price. They both got the same warranty. They both got the same features. So I guess, you're just going to have to pick which one you like. I like them both. So there you go. That's head to head on your 2000 watt power stations. And then head to head on your OUPES MEGA-5 and your Oukitel P5000. I am so glad you stopped by. I would really appreciate a like. I would appreciate you to subscribe if you ain't already. And hey, check out my other videos. Thank you. Take care of your family. Take care of your neighbors. And God bless.